An assured performance from Juventus will take them through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Much needed for not just Juventus, but for Italian football as a whole. They finally have a team back in the top flight of European football in the Champions League semi-final. And a team like Juventus are very dangerous because you know what? The scoreline reads 0-0 in Monaco, but the performance reads assured victory for Juventus as a whole, because they go into to play Monaco against a team that are slightly dangerous on the counter-attack, and they completely neutralised them. There was nothing that Monaco really gave. They had a few chances wide coming into the box in which Barzagli nearly put it into the back of his own net, but Juventus as a whole looked comfortable. And this is a performance where I give a lot of credit, because many people will say it's unattractive football and it's not authentic and it's not what you want to see in the Champions League. Well, I'm afraid that is what wins Champions League. That is what Roberto Di Matteo based his Chelsea Champions League winning team around. A team that was hard to break down, a team that could hit you on the counter-attack, a team that was so close-knit that they play for each other and they don't give up anything easy. They don't give up a blade of grass without a fight. And that is what this Juventus team is based around. You have guys like Marchisio and Vidal in the middle who work for every single bit of possession. Those guys will hunt the ball. You've got the class of Pirlo and you've got the front two of Tevez and Morata who are dangerous. Tevez had a couple of chances to maybe extend the lead to make things a little bit more comfortable for Juventus, but couldn't convert. And Pirlo, of course, from like a 40-yard free kick. Keeper ducks because he doesn't even know where the ball's going. It's swerving all over the place from about 40 yards out, smacks the post. That would have been a magnificent goal for that man who, you know, I'm a big fan of, Andrea Pirlo. But Juventus as a whole just did not look worried. There's not much to report on in this game because Monaco, as I said before, needed a result in Italy to try and conjure up some sort of upset in this game, because they had the fantastic result against Arsenal, who I must state have dropped the ball in this instance, because they could have went to, if they got drawn against Juventus, they could have got a result. But they dropped the ball, and a team like Monaco, who took Arsenal off guard in the Emirates, got a great result, then went to their home ground and got lucky because Arsenal couldn't beat them. They didn't have enough in the tank to overturn a 1-0 deficit in Italy. If they were a good enough team to go through, they could have turned that around, but they didn't have anything. They brought on Berbatov, they brought him on in the second half. He didn't look as assured in that role, but Monaco as a whole just didn't have enough in the tank, similar to Atletico Madrid. Juventus were the better team over both legs, and they go through to the semi-final. But more often than not, I want to just talk to you guys. What do you think Juventus have to do to overcome the likes of FC Bayern, Real Madrid and Barcelona? Four of the powerhouses in Europe, residing from Spain, Italy and Germany. You couldn't ask for a better Final Four, but what do Juventus have to do to beat these teams who are, in my perspective, superior in terms of squad depth, in terms of talent? What can a team like Juventus do to go through to the final? We want to know what you guys think. Leave your comments in the section below. Hit us on Twitter at TOT Sports and me at Francis_Maxwell. Can't wait to bring you guys perspective from the draw on Friday. Stay tuned. We've got a couple of special guest appearances coming as well to talk about the Champions League.